us about on our show, feel free to click the link. And then also for our Wisdom in Twitter Space listeners, if you have any questions for our very special VIP guests, feel free to also click them in the comment section, or you can come on the screen for those Wisdom or Twitter Space listeners catching our live Q&A. But you can catch us on all podcast streaming platforms where you listen to your favorite podcasts. Search for the Run the Jewelz podcast show and vidcast series, and you'll see literally our episodes from season 1 all the way to season 5 now, you all. And so thanks to everyone tuning in. Again, if you have any questions or if you feel the need to put comments in our comment section for our live stream interview today, feel free to do so. And those are all of my housekeeping for today's episode. I want to introduce my very special VIP guest that I actually met literally a little while ago, and he's actually literally on the wellness space. He's in the health and wellness space. He was at the event that I was attending. Shout out to the Veggie Taste here in Atlanta. And he's also someone that distributes Seamoss, you all. And so for those who have heard about Seamoss, for those who are especially considering going vegan or even alkaline vegan, or even if you're just wanting to learn about some more herbs and some more powerful herbs, Seamoss the Boss is the man that we are interviewing today. He's going to talk to us about his journey and the major health benefits of Seamoss. And so without further ado, let me bring up my very special VIP guest, Seamoss the Boss, stage. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. You know, it's Seamoss the Boss, and 1 tablespoon will keep the what? The mucus away. Everything's good, man.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on to rock with us and to drop some jewels with us, Giovanni. I forgot to mention, I met this king literally by way of he is a Trinidadian and a Jamaican, and so we always got to give big up to those in the Caribbean that we interview. I told the king, I said, I'm Trini on both sides, mom and dad, and I said we gotta stay connected and also have him drop the jewels with us. So shout out, big up to all those from the West Indies and the Caribbean that are tuning in or listening to us on today's episode. But Seamoss the Boss, like, tell us, King, where are you from originally? Where are you tuning in from today for the episode? And then why is this an important subject for you to drop on our audience today, King?
Well, hey, you know, I'm from, first and foremost, I gotta say thank you for this opportunity. Right now I'm originally from Brooklyn, Flatbush, you know, New York City. And the reason why I'm coming in today, the message I'm bringing in today, is more than just health. It's just to let you know that, hey, you know, everything in life comes with a journey. And I gotta thank God for where he has me now and what he's about to do. And hopefully the pointers in this whole interview, that you invest in your health, so later on you don't have to invest in hospital bills. So it's more than just to Seamoss.
Absolutely, King. It's definitely all about the health and wellness. Those who are tracking with us, especially post-COVID, we know that was a wake-up for a lot of people in wanting to improve their health and personal fitness. And so you're in the right place if you're listening to today's episode with Seamoss the Boss. And so, King, like, talk to us as we get started. Anybody that has any questions in wisdom or even in Twitter, you could feel free to come onto the stage and ask Seamoss the Boss any questions on the major health benefits of using Seamoss. But let's start from the beginning, King. I know you're also a service member, so shout out to you being a service member and also for your service. We definitely always honor any of the veterans or service members that we've interviewed. So big up to you too. But how did you even want to get into literally focusing on your health and wellness outside of getting into physical fitness in the military? And how did you even start on your health and wellness journey?
Well, to be honest, when I was in the Marine Corps, I was a vegan, but then I relapsed in 2018 because I was feeling for some chicken. And I was in Okinawa and I bit into some jerk chicken. It was the best thing I ever had. So with that being said, fast forward in 2020, You know, I remember I was going through a divorce, and I was on 24-hour shift, and it's this young man named Prince Darnell. Shout out to Prince Darnell. You know, he's an entrepreneur and influencer. And he said, yo, his bad boy Seamoss helped him because he was not feeling well. And I felt like God was telling me, you need to sell Seamoss. So I called a good, important person to me. And I told her, look, I want to sell Seamoss. She said, no, sell the gel. I said, all right, cool. I'm going to call Seamoss the Boss. All right, cool. I'm going to say 1 tablespoon of this way. Everything just came to like me, like a download from God, right? And I must say, I never looked back, and I kept on going, but I continue to learn more because even despite of that revelation.
Hold on, Ken. We can't hear you. Start. Say that last part one more time. You're cut out for a second.
You hear me now?
We can hear you now. Perfect.
Yeah. So despite of that that revelation, you know, it just essentially I never looked back. Even though, you know, I got that revelation, I was still eating fish and lamb, but I got rid of that. And we're gonna get more into that segment of why I became a vegan, because I realized I was eating the middleman and I was selling the main source. So fish have omega-3 fatty acids due to them eating algae. And sea moss is an algae, right? So, you know, I fully became a vegan back last year of 2021 and on in April. So, you know, it's just all about investing in my health. I seen it help me better as I run long distance runs, because I just did a marathon 2.5 weeks ago of 26.2 miles. So yeah, I mean, it's more to it too. You know, I told people taking sea moss is good. That's the foundation. But you should also incorporate more fruits into your body, keep your body more hydrated with H3O2, which is fruits of high water content, like your watermelon, your grapes, your strawberries, you know, your cantaloupes and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and that's a major key jewel right there. That again, Seamoss the Boss is dropping on us for today's episode. You all, he's literally talking about how he started along his wellness journey before he even began to share and also even sell Seamoss to his clientele, and especially educate people on the wellness benefits of using Seamoss. So I know we definitely going to dive into more of your story, King, of being in the military and being vegan, because that's even an accomplishment and a far phenomenon in itself. But we're going to honor our VIP sponsor for today's episode real quick, King. We're going to give you a quick commercial break. Each and every episode, we highlight a VIP sponsor for the RTJ show. And so if you are a business owner or entrepreneur, we highlight their service or their product. And so let's take a look and see who our VIP sponsor is for today, you all. Let's take a look. So shout out again to our affiliate partner and VIP sponsor for today. Comes from none other than Orgain Organic Protein. You all shout out Orgain Organic Protein. We use it, especially being vegan, alkaline vegan in our community and in our circle, our team. We swear by Orgain. Literally, it is a vegan-friendly protein. It doesn't have the heavy wheys or any of the other ingredients that may mess up your internal organs long-term. And so shout out again, Orgain Organic Protein. You can click the link that we have in the comment section below you all to use the code SMART, SMART, JEWELZ, to receive a discount code on your first order. And so shout out again to Orgain Organic Protein as our affiliate partner and VIP jewel sponsor for today. But back to you, Seamoss the Boss. We just wanted to highlight our official sponsor for today's episode, King. But talk to us about the military, man. People need to know, like, literally, is it a natural phenomenon? Give us an inside track for people that are service members and employed, of course, by the U.S. military to be vegan or even to be vegetarian, or a majority of the people, of course, carnivores and meat eaters. Like, talk to us about the inside track and how you've been able to even consider going vegan due to being an active member.
So, it all started with a seed when a man told me, what makes a cow so fat and healthy? What does make a silverback gorilla could break a man in half? What do they eat? Mostly vegetation, things from the earth. Now, me being a military member doing this, it wasn't easy, but it was discipline. And the thing is this, like, it came harder for me in the Army because I had to go in the field, and because I was a tanker in the Army. I was, a gunner in the tank. So when we're in the field in the hot sun of Texas or El Paso, it's kind of hard. As I say, it's hard. You got to eat the MREs. And MREs, ladies and gentlemen, is like a package of, food in there, in a package that can last up to 50 years. So, I'm here just eating bread and peanut butter. And remind you, the food is made for you to survive throughout wartime. So your metabolism slows down. But I make sure when I come home, I do my detoxes and my colon cleanse. I eat a lot of fruits. And if I got to go in the field, hey, I got to get right back at it again. It's not easy being a vegan in the military. It's not. But you have to be able to have that discipline to be able to find what's best for you. But don't compromise, but just find what's best for you to do, what's willing to your diet. But you got to be safe. If you're out there in the field, if you got a job that requires you to do a lot of training outdoors, drink a lot of water. You know what I mean? Get yourself some vegan snacks, some dates. You get what I'm saying? Some dry figs. So, it was very challenging. It wasn't easy, especially being a vegan in Japan at the time. I went to Japan. It was really hard because the majority of the nation, seafood is a delicacy. So it was kind of hard for me on my end because I had to usually cling more to Indian food, having some chana, some chickpeas, what I'm saying, some naan. So it has been a great journey. But now, since I'm out the military on terminal leave, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling better than ever. I can continue to invest in my health. And it's an amazing feeling. It also helped me throughout my physical training tests while me being vegan, but also the Seamoss helped to restore my muscles because it has potassium. And, potassium help after a strenuous workout.
Yeah, no, that's a blessing in itself right there, King, and being able to be different when it came to going a different route from a lot of your other fellow service members in itself. And again, I definitely know about the chana and also the naan bread. For those that don't know West Caribbean or any type of Indian cuisine, Seamoss the Boss is giving y'all the basic components of eating good and also eating well, especially if you are eating traditional East or West Indian food. And so shout out to those from the West Indian. But stay with that point too, Seamoss the Boss. Like going into Seamoss, a lot of folks that I've come across, even on my alkaline wellness journey, they follow the late and great Baba Dr. Sebi, and most of the people that even pivot into going alkaline vegan, as we talked about at the Veggie Taste, they of course are following his breakdown of what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat, and even with the herbs especially. So talk to people who may not even know about the herbs and even the algae and things of that nature that they only see on the Discovery Channel on looking at the ocean floor or looking at those who are planters or gardeners. Like, talk to people about the importance of algae and even herbs in their daily regimen.
As there's healing in the sea, there's healing in the land. So with algae now is something, like for instance, let's say bladderwrack was good for thyroid health. It has a mineral in there called iodine. So women who are dealing with fibroids is linked to a poor lack of iodine. You know what I mean? You have your palmolaria, which is also good for boosting your immune system. That has omega-3s, which is good for your heart. You have Cronus crispus, right, which has the 2 testosterone properties for iron and zinc. So men who are dealing with, erectile dysfunction, they could be able to invest in that algae, Cronus crispus, to be able to help them out to get that blood flow working. Now, another thing, seaweed has a lot of part of our lives that's very powerful. Even they use a seaweed in sushi called nori, and that right there creates a lot of calcium in the bones. But ironically, with the nori, with the fish, it doesn't really add up, right? But hey, to each his own. I would say for the sea moss, you can incorporate into your daily life as a face mask, a hair mask, or as a natural thickening agent. Coming from the Caribbean background, we like to make porridge or cornmeal. And you can add 1 tablespoon of sea moss gel, and you can use it, and it will thicken it up really nice. And you can use it in your soups, and as well, you can use sea moss inside. When you're gonna bake, it's a natural thickening agent. But I say for anybody who likes to work out, it's good to use as pre-workout and post-workout. Someone who takes very care of their skin is good to rub on your face and apply it to your face. Leave it there for 10 to 15 minutes, and then wash your face with some warm water. This superfood from the ocean, sea moss, has a very multiple uses what I just named. But as well, it's a good base foundation for anyone who's trying to invest in the plant-based lifestyle to take it. Because 1, it's tasteless. 2, it gives you the essential magnesium, iron, potassium, and copper that your body needs. And copper creates white blood cells. So what does that mean? That it boosts your immune system. It's a mucus dissolver, and it helps with weight loss. So as well, if you're fasting, sea moss gel is good to take because it suppresses your food appetite. It fills you up faster.
Yeah, you dropping a ton of jewels right there, King, especially when it comes to the breakdown in the basic components of why you all who are listening, as Seamoss the Boss is telling you, and I'm affirming, that you need to add sea moss into your wellness regimen or your workout routine. And stay with that point too, King. A lot of people don't know that there's different strands of sea moss. And so there's even folks that be literally like giving out fake sea moss, I heard, in the wellness community. So like how can people know the difference, and what are the benefits of certain strands of the moss that you would recommend for those that want to take sea moss?
So I'm glad you brought that up. There's no such thing as fake sea moss. Let me explain. There's good quality sea moss and there's poor quality sea moss. There's different types of species in the Caribbean of algae. There's Ichimacutini and there's Glaciolaria, right? Those are the 2 main, known ones that I could speak about. But the ones that you will see that are very thick and it has like kitchen salt on it, those are poor quality moss. So meaning it hasn't been dried all the way. But however, there is such thing called as pool-grown sea moss, but it's not the way how people speak on it. That process is very expensive. So certain countries in Asia that do that process, they use it to extract whatever's coming from the algae to be able to use it for cosmetics. Because some cosmetics today, you can look at the ingredients and it will say seaweed extract. So that process is very expensive. But however, I can say there's such thing as good quality sea moss and poor quality sea moss. But be careful. Stay away from the sea moss that have, they're very thick and it looks moist, and you will see sometimes a rope in the package, like a green strand of rope in there, and it smells like chlorine. Stay far away. just stay far away. Because remember, it's your health. I'm not saying it will kill you or anything, but you want good quality in your body, right? Remember, the same way how we want to get to know a car or someone, we need to get to know our health too. We got to know what's going on inside our body.
That's real. He's Seamoss the Boss is educating you. You got to make sure that you are getting the top tier moss instead of, as he said, the lower tier. It's still going to have some type of wellness benefit, but you always want to get the premium or the top tier moss when you are taking it on a regular basis. And shout out again to all of those that already are taking Seamoss. Wisdom listeners and even Twitter space, if you have any questions for Seamoss the Boss, feel free to come on to the stage. But Seamoss the Boss, we definitely wanted to even break down the different ways you can take Seamoss. Like you heard, we heard you speaking about gels. We heard you speaking about the actual strands of the algae being put into food or being put into potential drinks. And so, like, what are the different ways that you chop it up, slice it, dice it, grind it, that you can put Seamoss into your system? Do they have a certain recommended suggestion that you would give to those that are looking to take it into their system for the first time, or even those veterans? What are some strategies you think, King?
Oh man, there's so many ways, so many strategies. Okay, you could essentially, how would I explain it? So, you know, some people that they Seamoss, they clean it with key limes, they drain out the old water, they put new water in there, either spring water, alkaline water, and they make it sit overnight inside of a mixing bowl with paper towel over it for 24 hours. But there's many other ways. You can have it soaking in warm water for 3 to 5 hours. Take out all that water, and the Seamoss is going to expand, of course. And then once from there, you can put it inside a blender and blend it with hot water, and it'll come out smooth and crispy. If you have a blend tech, blend at the highest setting and blend it twice. If you have a Vitamix, you can do the same thing. So, you know, it's many ways. That's how I can explain it. Another thing, you can add Seamoss gel to your favorite teas. And yeah, you go from there. And it's supposed to taste like nothing when you clean it. So clean it thoroughly with key limes or Persian limes, which is the ones with the thick coated skin, or you clean it with limes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's real, King, right there. You gotta clean that moss, especially if you want to get the high potency of the moss. I know me personally, I either get the powder form, which I put in my smoothies, or I'll get the actual strands of the algae directly and just put it in my food or smoothies too to blend it up. But yeah, you gotta hear what Seamoss the Boss is telling you. There's always many ways to take it into your system, which goes into like the next area, man. Like, how did you get into the business of Seamoss? A lot of people, of course, they may go to their local wellness store, or even potentially get it from festivals like the one that we were attending. Like, how did you even get into like wanting to monetize the Seamoss business and even get into the wellness business, period? Talk to people about your startup.
Well, it all started when I had that revelation on the 24-hour shift in 2019. And, you know, it was a rough patch at first because I didn't know nothing about business, you know what I'm saying? But thank God it was people he brought in my way to be able to guide me through. You know, I first started with Instagram. I would go on lives, you know, because everybody was home during COVID-19, right? And through the pandemic. And, you know, I go on lives, and I went on live with people who were in my niche and my umbrella of health and wellness. And that's how I was able to spread. That's how I was able to maneuver, you know, with email marketing, SMS marketing. But, you know, right now we're going to step it up a notch and start putting our stuff in stores here in Georgia. So not only you could be close to us online, but even more closer in person to invest in your health, because you have no excuse, because your medicine is right around the corner.
Yeah, nah, you gotta know where to find it, like Seamoss the Boss is telling you all, and especially post-COVID, we gotta take care of our temple, you all, and add that fitness piece into it, King. I know you're someone that talks a lot about people incorporating personal fitness, and you even mentioned fasting and cleansing, which myself and our team also incorporate with taking the herbs or the algae or the superfoods, as you call them? Like how should people be incorporating their fitness into taking Seamoss? What benefits did you feel for yourself in doing fitness, even with the armed services? Like, talk to us about your testimonies and what effects were in taking Seamoss and working out.
So one of my favorite hobbies is to run long distance, 10 miles plus. And after a run, this has nothing to do with the military, just me on my own timing. I would take like 2 tablespoons of Seamoss raw. I like it raw. But taking the gel, and my muscles will get restored the next day because of the potassium. Because potassium actually helps after a strenuous workout. So, I'm not going to say it's like the end all be all, but if you're looking for more energy and to incorporate into your fitness, you got chlorophyll, okay? You know what I'm saying? You have Cheney root, right? You got seeded grapes to give you the energy you need. Seeded watermelon with the electrolytes, So there's so many more of things out there that's around the corner in your supermarket to give you the energy that you need, especially chlorophyll unflavored. You can add that to your water as well. But with the Seamoss as well, it's going to give you that kick. It's going to give you that kick. All right, just add it to your favorite smoothies and blend it. But I advise, do not add no dairy into your smoothies because it would defeat the purpose of the Seamoss being mixed with your fruits. So don't add no dairy to it. Please don't.
Yeah, gotta kick that dairy, you all. Can't be on that milk and all the other eggs, things of that nature. You got to kick that dairy out if you want the true potency of taking the moss. That's what I learned even from going alkaline with Dr. Sebi's philosophy. You got to kick that dairy out, you all. We are not cows and we are not animals that are needing to receive milk in order to survive. But stay with that point too, King. From a West Indian background and perspective, most of the people like yourself and even myself and others that I know you've come across, and I definitely have come across, that are into the herbs, that are into a lot of veganism or the earth and being in tune with nature. They come from either Mother Africa that I've come across, or they're a part of the West Indies or Indian traditional communities. So like, talk to people about how has your culture either helped or even propelled your business and even your willingness to want to research even more about this wellness journey. Like, how has your culture affected that or impacted you?
I think Seamoss for me was the foundation. And then the more I started learning about my dad's culture, he put me onto herbs such as guinea hen weed, which is known as anamu. And that herb is located in different parts of the Caribbean and even in Africa and South America. And, he said, when you drink this, if you drink enough of it, when you sweat, you will smell it. When you urinate, you will smell it. And I researched that herb is a detoxifier of the whole entire body. It lowers your blood sugar levels. And then from there, I started investing in Cheney root, which is good for your blood, which is good. It's a good blood builder, which is iron. And with my Caribbean culture alone, yes, this did feed into me to be motivated to keep learning, to keep teaching, right? So it did propel me to not only invest in my health, but order to think on how can I make an impact on my clients. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And stay with that point too, the family. We're someone that talks a lot about the wellness of your family first, and getting your family and your close community on board. And then, of course, extending it out to those in your community or even clients like that. But how has your family been impacted by your wellness journey, and even going into the Seamoss, which are your holistic wellness business? And like, what are some of the testimonies maybe that certain family members or even close friends that maybe family have seen from following your regiment with Seamoss and the Moss Gang?
Well, for my family, they have learned things that they never knew before. They didn't know about, drinking it with other additives like preservatives, such as, Guinness, condensed milk. They didn't know. They thought it was something good, but that's what they was taught. But through close friends and other customers, mucus is gone, energy, weight loss, clear skin. I had a client one time, he told me he had pneumonia in both of his lungs. and because of Seamoss, it's gone. It's gone. But also, I gave him some guinea hen weed and I gave him some soursop leaves. So there's more to it just the Seamoss. But the Seamoss alone have helped a lot of people with high blood pressure, sugar blood levels, okay, weight loss, making them feel like they were young again. It was a guy that I know was 58. He told me, man, this thing is like a Viagra. All jokes aside. You get what I'm saying? So, real talk, man, it really makes.
Say that last part again real quick, King. You were cutting out. Say that last part one more time. We can't hear you yet. I know we talking to Seamoss the Boss, you all. He dropping a ton of jewels. They trying to kick him out, you all. You dropping too many jewels, King. You good? We can hear you now. You dropping too many jewels. They
so out. So the thing is this, it's to hear what these clients and my friends, families telling me about the Seamoss, how it's treating their body. It's amazing to hear because, I tell people, how can you say you believe in God, but not in his creation? You get what I'm saying? So you get to see the true healing of what he have put in his body because everything that he created was good. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to start from the source. And with that point, too, a lot of folks, they may try to pass over like being in tune with nature and also going to the source of even being outside in the sun. I know we talked about that a little when we met, like how can people incorporate being in nature and also even incorporating the sun into their wellness regimens, and like how do you even incorporate being in nature and also being literally not afraid of the sun, like a lot of people that look like us that are against being outside and against wanting to really welcome the sun on a regular basis. Like, talk to us about how do you incorporate the sun in nature?
Well, the first medicine that was ever given to us was the sun. The sun has vitamin D and it boosts your immune system, ladies and gentlemen. So the thing is this, like me, I go on a run or I go and get some fresh air. Remember, healing don't only take part of what you eat only. It's your environment. You get what I'm saying? So I tell people, just go outside, get the sun that's needed, and like I said, with balance. You know what I'm saying? It's there for a reason. How is that the plants, everything that's growing in your backyard, is getting more nutrients than you, when you could live longer than the plants that's on the ground, where you're not being stepped on? You deserve it. It was made not only for the plants, it was not only made for the algae that's underneath the water in the ocean, but it's made for you too. So go get your vitamin D and naturally go get your system boost without getting some alternative or laboratory medicine.
Yeah, you gotta use the vitamin D, the largest star, the sun, you all, and not be afraid of the sun. I know we are melanated people, for us who are typically black and brown, but Seamoss the Boss is dropping some jewels. You can't be afraid of that wellness benefit from just being outside in the sun. It is a healer, and it also can assist with your wellness process. And so, like, King, like, stay with the part of your business. Like, tell people, King, like, do you offer consulting? Do you offer coaching services on top of the products that people can receive? Like, talk to our audience about how can they support your business, and also how are you progressing with your business, and especially post-COVID, how are people reaching out to you for more of your services?
Well, this is what I say. I don't offer no consulting, to be honest. But what I do offer is that, any questions you may have towards business, I'm here to help. I would give you my time, but it's not a service of mine. It's not something, I would give you my time. Now, you don't have to invest in Seamoss today or whatsoever. But I just say start with a first step of something that can be able to help you out by incorporating your fruits into your veggies. You know what I'm saying? Look into meat alternatives such as mushrooms, jackfruit. So that's the best way you could be able to support me and our community. But once again, we don't often know like business consultations.
Yeah, absolutely. He's telling y'all straight up. He's an advocate. He's available for those that want to reach out, but you got to start the journey for yourself, is what Seamoss the Boss is telling me. You have to have that willingness to want to change your body and also your health. You all stay not just safe, but stay well is what I like to tell a lot of the folks we work with. But Seamoss the Boss, like as we get ready to wind down shortly with some final jewels, King, like tell us about what are some of your expectations, or even where do you see the wellness community progressing? Of course, post-COVID, a lot of stuff has taken place now that things have been back reopened, but where do you see folks starting to tap in or connect or even awaken with the wellness community, and why do people need to be on that wellness track right now more than ever?
Well, as far as I'm saying, what has been revealed to everyone is that it's funny, every time when the world is going through a crisis, they always go back to a reset. Because it's funny, when COVID-19 happened, everybody started investing in health, right? The way I see the health and wellness, the whole entire industry is going, it has a major influence. And no worries, man, I won't be surprised. Instead of people handing out hot dogs at a baseball game and football games, they'll be handing out Seamoss gel, right, with your favorite smoothies in it, or even herbal teas. You will see, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? But I just see it progressing more and more, especially with the Veggie Taste event, man. Yo, brother, I see that event being big as much as capacity as everyone at the Mercedes-Benz stadium. But yeah, I'm just gonna get big, man. More Netflix documentaries, you know. That's what I see. You know, it's more than just being vegan, you know. It's more than just being vegan. This is like a lifestyle. I'm just trying to show you this is something algae you can just incorporate to your diet. I'm not asking you to change your eating lifestyle, but I'm saying, hey, try this algae, because it gives you the more things that you take in a pill form. This is something that has not been extracted. This is something that's coming from the ocean.
We dropping a ton of jewels, you all, when it comes to we making lifestyle decisions and lifestyle choices for the wrong things, you all. And when it comes to your health, you can make all the money in the world, as Seamoss the Boss knows, but if your health and your wellness is not intact, then you won't be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, you all. And so Seamoss the Boss, we've come to the final part of our interview segment that we consider the final jewels, King. We've talked about your journey in literally starting off in your wellness journey from a young age, and even how you continued it while working as a Marine in the military, and then even how you're educating others, including your own community, and why they should be incorporating Seamoss as a regular daily or weekly regimen into their system or their routine. Like, what would be a final jewel, King, that you would want to leave with the audience when it comes to the benefits, the major benefits of why they need to take Seamoss?
If you had the chance to look inside your body, like if it was a camera, right, and to see all the ailments, all the things that could possibly happen if you went down the same route you was going, you would come back to reality and you would change your health. Why wait then? Funeral bills are expensive. Hospital bills are very expensive. So you need to make the decision to be like, you know what? I need to feed my body with the nutrients it needs. Because how can you think you can eat a fish that's dead? And the thing is that the fish is getting more nutrients than you, because the fish, his whole life, has ate algae. So if the fish is eating algae and you was taught that you would get omega-3 fatty acids, and omega-3 fatty acids is good for your heart, how is that the middleman is good for your heart when your heart has to continuously pump through all that fat and grease, when you can eat something that has no fat, no grease, gluten-free, non-GMO, and organic? So invest in your health later. Invest in your health now, so later on you don't have to invest in hospitals. And this is Seamoss the Boss. And 1 tablespoon they keep the what? The mucus away. Have a blessed day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, brother, for having me on this platform. I really enjoy it. Thank you.
I love it, King. Before we say a quick blessing, a quick prayer over you, how can they stay in touch with you? What's ways that they can follow you on social, or even reach out to you with your website? Talk to us about how they can stay in touch with you, King.
My Instagram is called Seamoss Boss. My website is called seamosstheboss.com. You can use discount code WORKOUT. It has no expiration. Key. It doesn't expire. So you can use WORKOUT for free shipping. All caps, WORKOUT, to be able to get free shipping. And that's DM us, if you have any questions, and we got your back. We're here to make an impact. All right, because your health is your wealth. So our job is to make sure that you continuously depositing into your health.
No doubt, man. King. For those that want to reach out, definitely go to his IG. He's active on social at Seamoss the Boss, and also at seamosstheboss.com to follow up with again our guest today, who is dropping heavy jewels. Also, if you've been blessed by today's episode, we always believe in sowing where you reap. Feel free to sow a seed into good soil with our RTJ show and also podcast series. If you've liked this episode, consider partnering with us by sowing a seed. You could either donate or sow in Cash App at $SMART, SMART, JEWELZ, or you can even click the link that we're putting in the comment section below to purchase some of our new merch that we just launched for this last season, you all, in order to support those that were asking for a lot of the jewelry that we wear on the show, some tees, and even we're going to be having some different apparel that you'll be able to wear as we go into this season. And so shout out again to all of our VIP jewel sponsors at the bottom ticker, and also our donors who have sown into this movement for this season currently. But Seamoss the Boss, we're going to say a quick special prayer over you, King, before we let you go, just in thanking you and blessing you for your time that you shared with us today, if that's all right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, King. Father God, we just want to come to you thanking you for our very special guest dropping a ton of jewels and being courageous and bold about his wellness journey, and even about how he's continuing to grow and also progress in the line of teaching others that wellness is the heart of us, and also wellness is the future. And so for those that may be dealing with any teetering or on the fence of making a decision to make their health the number one priority outside of where they will spend eternity, we ask that they will be inspired and motivated by Seamoss the Boss testimony, and even by his education for today's episode. We love you, Abba. I thank you and pray that you will bless his business and bless his even ministry, that he's getting people from sick to healed, and even showing people the importance of wellness. We pray that you will bless it 100-fold and grant him new doors and new opportunities to partner with those like-minded business owners and investors. I love you, Abba. I praise you, and I give you all the glory. And it's in Yahshua HaMashiach, the Christ's name, I pray. Amen. We appreciate you, King.
You have a blessed day. Thank you. May your basket never be empty. Thank you.
No doubt, King. We'll be in touch, man. Thank you for coming on, King. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right, for sure. I'm going to do a quick wrap up. You heard from Seamoss the Boss, you all. He was telling us the importance of Seamoss and the health benefits, especially of why you should be using Seamoss. And so you got to make a decision. After today, we have a heavy component when it comes to the RTJ show to educate people on personal development first, financial education second, and third is health and wellness. And so you heard from our third track with Seamoss the Boss dropping a ton of jewels on the importance of our health and the importance of wellness, you all. And so if you didn't get any jewels from today's episode, you definitely was sleeping. But go back and share this content with someone that can benefit from this information. Share this with your circle, your network, to let people know why they should be on this Moss gang and Seamoss routine, and why they should also be incorporating physical fitness along with taking Seamoss and other supplemental herbs. But we'll definitely be promoting Seamoss the Boss along with our other wellness teachers and master gurus that we are partnering with this season. And so stay tuned to see what we have in store for you all this next season. But let's take a look and see some of our services that we are doing as we get ready to wind down today's episode. And so you can partner with us, or a podcaster, a content creator, or even if you have an online show, or if you are a gamer online, let's help you reach new audiences. Our organization that powers the RTJ show, Smart Jewelz Enterprises, offers consulting services and even classes and courses that you can now take to learn how to start your own traveling podcast. If you want to learn how to get a live stream show up and running like we do here for RTJ, if you need technical assistance or even virtual assistance, which we are migrating to this season, webinars, online or virtual conferences, customized show branding, we have what you need, and it is hiding. The secret to your growth is hiding right in front of you. So go to www.smartjewelz enterprises.org. That's smartjewelzenterprises.org to sign up for a free discovery consultation session today. And we are taking the show on the road, you all. And so you can definitely see one of our quick trailers for as we go to Asia, as we go to Africa. We've already been to Central America and South America and even the Caribbean. And we're going to Africa, Asia, and Europe this season, you all. And so you can track with us on our journey of following us on all podcast streaming platforms at the Run the Jewelz podcast until we launch the Smart Travel Jewelz podcast soon, where we will be interviewing young professionals and entrepreneurs in different countries and also in different continents, and having them educate us about their economy, their culture, their food, their government, their athletics, and most importantly, their wellness when it comes to these countries that we go to. And so stay tuned and watch this short trailer video as we close out, and we'll see you all next episode.